So Wednesday was announcement day for Iowa's 4th Congressional District. Chris McGowan, you are now officially a candidate for Congress. What has the day been like?
Dave, thank you so much for the opportunity to be with you. And it's been a very hectic day, but it's been a terrific day. We began at 10 a.m. with family, friends, supporters, and our local media, and we've been running pretty hard ever since. But the reception has been universally positive, and for that, I'm extremely grateful.
You talked during your announcement remarks about the unpredictability of all of this. I don't think a lot of people expected Kim Reynolds to not run for governor. That then changed plans for the current congressman for the district, Randy Feenstra. So how did you make the decision that you should run for this position?
Well, Dave, thanks for the question. And I agree with you. I did not see Governor Reynolds deciding not to seek re-election. I was with her 48 hours prior. She hosted a business roundtable in Sioux City with 25 of our local executives, and I had no hint of her future plans. By the same token, I didn't foresee Congressman Feenstra making the decision he made to seek the governorship. All that said, this was an easy decision for me personally and professionally. I have the support of my family, and we've been working towards this for quite some time now, and we are committed to representing Iowa 4 in the U.S. House of Representatives.
For the past couple of decades, you're used to selling the Siouxland area to businesses, to residents, to people all over the country. You now have to sell yourself. So what's your sales pitch?
You know, thank you so much for the opportunity. And I have been selling Siouxland. I've actually sold our tri-state community to an international and national audience for the last 2+ decades. And now we're going to take the same message that we've had, promoting the very best aspects of the character and caliber of people who choose to call Northwest Iowa home. We're going to talk about my background, my education, and my experience. I do believe that I'm very well suited to go and be an articulate advocate for the people of Northwest Iowa and Iowa's 4th Congressional District overall.
Sioux City's the big city in this 36 county. It's a huge, as you know, geographical spread of this 4th Congressional District. How do you connect with those folks who are not familiar with what you've done more locally there?
Well, my family has deep ties to Iowa 4, Dave. My mother grew up on a crop and livestock farm in Fonda, Iowa. My dad's family relocated to Pomeroy, Iowa, both in the heart of the 4th Congressional District. I work with a lot of peers through the Iowa Chamber Alliance and have lots of relationships, and we're going to go and leverage those relationships. We're going to leverage our family history. I represent the 4th generation. My children represent the 5th generation in Iowa 4. My grandfather, I'm proud to tell, my great-grandfather, excuse me, won the Iowa Des Moines Register and Tribune contest for the most bushels per acre of growing corn in 1944. So we've been here for a long time, and we look forward to continuing to be here for a very long time.
During your remarks, you also talked about the value of service. You have served in the Iowa Air National Guard, but as you know, in politics, it can be very hardcore politics, right? For those people who are listening to you and will see you campaign from now until June's primary, how do they get a feel for you about whether you are more about public service or where you will be more about kind of this die-hard, live and die hardcore politics that we have in the atmosphere right now?
Well, Dave, I've spent the last 20 years serving the tri-state community of Sioux City and working on behalf of the state of Iowa in an economic development capacity. At 58 years old, I think I represent what our founders and the framers initially established and hoped for, and that was that people would have a career, people would be successful in their various vocations, and nearing the end of their career, after acquiring a great deal of experience, expertise, and wisdom, that they would come to the legislature and be a part of a collaborative process. I'm not a career politician. I've never sought elected office. I've never served in elected office. I'm clearly the outsider in this race, but I'm someone who's been deeply connected to fighting for Iowa for the last 20 years, and that's the message that we'll carry. You asked about my military service. My father is a Vietnam veteran. I served in the Iowa Air National Guard. I have my oldest 5 of 6 children have all chosen a path to serve in the armed forces. I couldn't be prouder, and we're going to carry a strong national security message which supports President Trump's America First agenda throughout Iowa 4 for the next 11 months.
We'll get a lot of time to talk to you over the next 11 months about specifics, but I wonder if you can close with, if you have to pick kind of one priority, one issue that you think you'll really focus hard on for the people in the 4th District, what would you say that is?
Well, I'm gonna bifurcate your question. I'm gonna say there's 2. First and foremost, I have a very strong background in economic development, and we're gonna laser focus on doing all that we can to support Iowa 4 and their economy, to make sure farmers have markets for their products and that we support agriculture and value-added ag. In addition to that, as a military veteran, we're going to work very, very hard on national security, and an essential element of national security is President Trump's border security agenda, and we're going to support that as well.
All right, Chris McGowan, the first official Republican candidate for the 4th Congressional District. We appreciate the time.
Dave, thank you so much for the opportunity.